Welcome back to another live stream tonight. We're going to be talking about HHN. I can't wait. They've already dropped one house. I've already bought my tickets, that was a crazy fiasco. I was at Disneyland when Universal decided to drop tickets. Crazy. But I have two very special guests. One of them that has never been on the show before, and I'm super excited to have him on the show. But we're going to start with one guy in particular. I call him the young Steven Spielberg of our time with his amazing, amazing food reviews. The one, the only, Mr. Tommy Toon World in the house. Brother, how you doing today? And where can everyone find you on social media?
Conductor, man, I'm happy to be back on these live streams. What is up, everyone? HHN season is here, man. I can smell it in the air. Oh, man, I'm excited. Yeah, first new house, Sinners. Let's do it. But, man, first, like always, man, thank you for that fire intro. But, yeah, you can catch me on YouTube, TommyToon_world. And then on Instagram at TikTok, TommyToon_, where that day-to-day stuff happens. And you never know what I'm going to post.
Absolutely. And Tommy is my partner in crime when it comes to HHN. Me and him kill it. I mean, kill it opening weekend. Can't wait to do it again this year alone. But now for the main guest. This guy has never been on the show ever. And I mean, ever. I run into him at the parks all the time. Love hanging out with him. He loves HHN. He loves Universal. So I'm going to put him on the main screen and let him introduce himself to you all. You guys ready? Let's do it.
Yo, what is up, everybody? My name is Christian. I go by Christian everywhere. And you guys can find me on Instagram at It's Christian Everywhere, X, YouTube, and TikTok. I want to just first of all thank Conductor for inviting me to this, obviously to YouTube live. And I'm here to talk HHN for sure.
Absolutely, Christian. It's great to have you, brother. And actually, you have a little saying that you want to speak about John Murdy if you want to let everybody know.
I think I can't hear you guys again. I'm having that issue once again.
Okay, no worries. This is part of streaming. Sometimes there's little tech glitches, but as soon as you can hear us, Christian, we'll stop and we'll have you say the John Murdy speech that we all know and love so much, because you remember it by heart. I don't. I do not remember it by heart, but you do. But we're gonna jump to the first map here. The first map. This is from Christian himself. Let's do this real quick. This is from Christian in the parks. He'll be right back. He's having some tech issues, but obviously the first house announced was Sinners. Tommy, you went to go see Sinners in the theaters. First reactions to this house being announced and what you think it can provide for HHN.
Oh, man, I know everybody's excited about this one. I feel like every year there's a reoccurring thing at HHN. When you're at the event going through these houses, there's always talk or whispers and rumors of what people want for the next year. Of course, we always wanted FNAF, Five Nights at Freddy's. We always wanted Terrifier. We got both of them. Now we're getting Sinners. Man, this is what everybody was talking about last year. I gave this my top horror movie, and then look, best male performance just in any movie was Michael B. Jordan this year. So let me tell you, this movie is going to be a crazy house. To me, there's a lot of scenes they can go through. They already gave a little description of what we can expect. I know for a fact that, we're going to be knocking on that juke joint, and it's going to be one of those things where are we going to get let in? And if we do, all hell's going to break loose. And I'm excited to see. I know it's in the UBE lot. Am I correct with that one? The UBE?
Yeah, UBE.
Okay.
Okay. So UBE. So
That's where Fallout was there last year, actually.
yeah, actually, then Christian, since you bounced back, so we're just talking about this. Let me see your opinion about Sinners, man. I know you were pumping hard last year, saying you really liked that movie. I mean, what do you think about it coming here?
I think it's gonna be an amazing fit for HHN this year. I mean, it won for like 5 Academy Awards and stuff like that.
Yeah,
So I mean, no, the crowds are gonna go crazy for this. It's for sure gonna be printing out money. Expect it to be at least 3 to 4 hour wait, bro.
wow. 3 to 4 hour wait. Now that you said that, conductor, yeah, chime in whenever too with this one because I want to know both your guys' opinions. The line, because this is where Evil Dead Rise was at. This is where Fallout was at. Can this hold that? And is it going to be snaking around by minions? I mean,
I think
what are you guys thinking?
see, it's kind of hard because when you have an IP like that, which is Sinners or any other property that has that level of excitement, it's going to be very, very, very difficult to put the lines in place for that, for like the extended queue. That's why I'm kind of thinking they're going to use that street for a lot of the line, but then they might pivot and they might use the minions ride queue for Sinners as well. Christian, you think that's possible?
I think they're gonna go with the same thing what they did with Fallout last year, where it's obviously like you mentioned, it's gonna go all the way around to the minions, and it's gonna come back to like the entrance of the Sinners. But I don't know why they didn't go with the stage and stuff instead of like using this location. Once again, I feel like Stranger Things should have probably been here instead. You
I like what
know?
you're saying. Yeah, because like to me, it's the anticipated Fallout to be one of the biggest last year. They did food based on it, right? So they knew that place was going to get backed up. So I feel like
Hmm.
they kind of know where to put people. Because now that I'm wondering, did you see the new map that dropped that HNN Nightmares posted?
The version 2, right?
No, it's like it just came out like 10, 20 minutes ago. They're saying, like, what did they say? They
Wait,
said,
there's another one that dropped 10 minutes ago.
yeah,
That's
right?
No
correct.
way.
Conductor, yeah. So you pulled it up right
Oh
here.
wow.
I can't find it actually, but sorry to hold on to it. But yeah, like Hellraiser and Ozzy Osbourne, that's going to take up all the, not the OGs, but I feel like the older horror generation fans.
Hmm.
That's what's bringing that. And then when Sinners is going to bring maybe even a newer type of fan base that don't normally go to these things or does horror, but they may just want to see the house, kind of like Fallout, you know?
Mm.
It's very possible. You know, and these are just speculations on a lot of this. Obviously, Sinners is not part of that speculation because it is confirmed.
Yeah.
But looking at these houses, it's pretty much solidified where they're going to be going if they come to this year's event. Now, oh, go ahead, Christian.
Yeah, I just feel like it's like the upper lot this year is gonna be like maybe like an S show, because you got to think about it too. At the end of the day, like you still got the Latin America house that's gonna be right next to it,
Yeah.
and don't forget about Fast and Furious, opening up too during the event. So I mean, I feel like that was a kind of like a major red flag for Universal not to open up the Fast and Furious to the public because now, at least the public could have gone to like rides and rides like Fast and Furious and stuff like that. But it's just gonna be a nice show around that area, super super busy, super super packed, But yeah, man.
Oh, 100%. I want to give a big shout out to Orange Go 55 for the $5 super chat. He's
Yeah.
all like, what's up, sexy gents? Smash that like button for the fam. Always great to have Orange Go 55 in the house.
Let's
Shout
go.
out OG, what's up?
Absolutely. The second house, kill Serena. So is that the one going in the Parisian Courtyard? If I had to guess.
That's what a lot of people are speculating. I know for sure it's gonna be a Latin house, but I'm not too sure if that's gonna be the same one that's gonna come to the event. It could maybe be something else. Maybe like Universal Monsters. Who knows? Universal Monsters hasn't came to the event for like a long time either. So I mean, wouldn't that if they come back? But I mean, for sure, I do see something like a Latin American house coming back.
Yeah, it's interesting they keep using that area, which is not it's not a bad thing because we've heard over the years with rumors and all this other crazy nonsense that they wanted to turn that area into maybe some type of extension of Minions or something like that. So I'm glad they haven't done that yet. But I agree with Christian. The upper lot itself is going to just be an F show with Fast and
And then
Furious.
also got to think about it too, like Hollywood and Dine. We haven't received the update on that yet. I mean, my
Oh,
biggest like prediction for me, I feel like it's gonna be like a Sinners freaking like area that's gonna be converted with like drinks, and stuff like that. So that's gonna for sure also print out money. It's gonna be busy too, just like One Piece.
Yeah.
oh,
That
for
one is going to be huge. I mean, that's a really big property. Like realistically, I mean, now that you are talking about foods and stuff, if
Hmm.
that's going to occupy Hollywood and Dine, I assume when Ozzy Osbourne gets announced and it's on the lower lot, if it is, because I mean, actually on the lower lot, what do we have? We have Stranger Things. If all this is speculation, but Stranger Things, Killer Clowns, and then you kind of dropped if Hollywood Harry meets Jack
Yeah, Hollywood
behind.
Harry meets Jack, which is gonna be located in the JPQ.
Okay, so then they said Evil Dead Burn and Jurassic. So then Ozzy Osbourne would be.
No, so Hellraiser is gonna be at the H lot, pretty much where Terrifier was, and Evil Dead is gonna be where Poltergeist was.
Oh, damn, that's fire. That's gonna be a.
Yeah,
Oh no, man, I'm
and
excited
this
for
is
that.
coming from inside source from the people that I know that actually are working in the houses.
Yeah.
sure,
Yeah, they reach out and stuff like that. I'm really cool with them. Obviously, I'm not gonna be throwing them under the bus because
sure.
consequences and stuff like that. But yeah, man, it's all that map. That's right. Pretty much all those houses are in the map. They're pretty much 100% legit.
Well,
Wow.
let me ask you this, Christian, because I met up with you several weeks ago at Universal. Me and you ran into each other, and you told me about this Ozzy Osbourne house, and just recently, not too long ago, we lost Ozzy Osbourne,
Oh
and it
yeah.
was very very sad day for all of us that loved his music, just loved him in general. Do you think there's going to be some type of tribute to his memory in this house that's really going to be very special to look out for?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I see something like John Murray doing something like obviously something crazy. Like obviously he's done something for like the White Six, so for him to do like something major for Ozzy Osbourne, I think he's gonna like knock it out the park. He already knocked it out the park with the White Six, so why wouldn't he go like even 10 times harder with this house?
Sure.
Yeah.
No, absolutely. Tell me what do you think about Ozzy Osbourne?
Man, I'm loving this. I mean, I just keep trying to think like, where are they going to put him in the bar? Like, are they going to have an Ozzy Osbourne bar? Is that
It,
Yeah,
it
where?
might it might be like a Ozzy Osbourne because like the last time they had one was like for a Slash, the Slash bar. So
yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, it makes sense.
Let's do it, man. Have like a bat head in the drink. No, I'm just kidding.
Or yeah, or something crazy, that's gonna like jack people up or something.
Yeah, like I said, I think Ozzy Osbourne and Hellraiser is really gonna bring the '80s horror fan out. And
Hmm.
now that kind of leads into my next question: do you think they're gonna announce Hellraiser or Ozzy Osbourne next, or are they gonna announce Stranger Things next?
This is what I was actually thinking about it yesterday. I think what John Murray's gonna announce maybe for Midsummer Scream because I know Midsummer Scream is coming up. He might announce Jack versus Hollywood Harry at Midsummer
Ooh,
Scream.
ooh,
Yeah, because
that
if you think about it, if you really think about it, I think the other day at Mondo, he went live. He was talking about this too. He was talking about how like he was like hinting Hollywood Harry and stuff at Midsummer Scream last year. So I was just kind of thinking, I was like, well, that kind of makes sense if he like like does like a last announcement for the house for Hollywood versus
Dude,
Jack and stuff like that.
you
But
imagine. Oh, go
yeah,
ahead, Chris.
but for me, like I think the next house he might even announce it's between Evil Dead or even like Killer Clowns.
Really? So, like, I
100.
want them to announce Stranger Things because last year they stacked in the beginning, like real quick.
Uh-huh.
So I hope hopefully they stack like they did. I mean, they
Oh,
could go your route though, because I mean, you know the drill. So what I mean, I'll roll with the punches as well. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean they might announce Stranger Things. I mean, but like last year they actually announced Fallout first, right? If I'm not mistaken, and that
Yeah.
wasn't a big. Yeah, that wasn't really a big IP. The biggest one was actually Five Nights at Freddy.
Right.
Yeah, so you got to think about it like that's located in the stage behind Transformers. So what's going behind Transformers this year? Stranger Things. So that might be the last one.
Ooh. Okay.
100%. And we got some questions here. One from Rudy01. He says we need an Iceman maze, but
Nice,
Aubrey
nice,
will not
nice.
allow. Yeah, I know, right? Will not
Are we
allow
gonna
you.
put are we gonna put Drake on it up in this?
Yeah,
Iceman.
you should. Chris West actually posted something very interesting. Horrors
Ooh.
Unleashed is having a panel at Monster Palooza next weekend.
Maybe for the Chicago location.
Possible.
Mhm.
Now going back to the Hollywood Harry meets Jack, I think it would be I think people in the auditorium for the HHN panel will go nuts.
Yeah,
If
I see that. I actually see this coming, and I tell you guys why. Because first of all, Orlando had the panel, the same panel with obviously with the Oddfellow guy. So I mean,
yeah,
it would make sense for us if they do something similar to what Orlando did, and they bring out Hollywood Harry and Jack the Clown.
dude, that would be fire.
Fire, bro.
Fire. And
Fire.
Tommy, you're going the first time ever, and I can't wait to see your coverage on that. If they do that, that's gonna go viral, bro. That's gonna go viral because we've had Jack the Clown Christian at HHN. It was years and years ago. And what was it really that great when he came out, or was there mixed opinions about it?
Well, I remember the last time we had Jack the Clown was I think 2008.
Yeah,
That's when they announced it was actually the circus thing too, circus theme when they brought out Jason, Freddy, and Leatherface. That was actually one of the best years they actually did a cool HHN. But I think this time they're actually kind of doing it a little bit differently, you know? I feel like they should kind of like they should have done maybe like Jack the Clown first with Hollywood Harry, and kind of do the announcements from there. But I mean, I don't know how they're doing it a little like differently this year.
yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
I
So
don't.
go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I don't think Sinners is such a bad announcement.
Mhm.
If they were going to debut a house with scare actors on stage in the auditorium, out of all these choices, I would honestly pick probably either Ozzy Osbourne, Hollywood Harry Meets Jack, or Hellraiser.
Mhm.
Any one of those three at Midsummer Scream would just go fire. It would go viral quickly.
That would. So here's my thing. I think maybe Sinners was first.
Mhm.
And then we'll get Stranger Things or Hellraiser or Ozzy Osbourne. I think that's what they have to do. I mean, I guess they don't have to because one year they announced Dead Exposure, and that was like a newer house. So we don't have to go in that route. But one time they did Stranger Things and Last of Us. So I feel like sometimes they like to just throw all the heat out there so the tickets get eaten up by like major fans of the IP first, and then trickle down. And they need those 80s fans. I'll say it 3 times. They need those 80s fans tickets quick, dude.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
So I do have a question though, in your opinion, Christian, because I think we were talking on the phone about this. Okay, so if we're getting all these clowns and all this is legit, are we having Art the Clown still run around the event? Are we getting Jack the Clown running around the event? Are we getting both? Imagine both in the RIP tour dinner, bro, and they're both like talking back and forth with each other, bickering. Even though Terrifier doesn't talk, I mean, just imagine.
I think for me, like, I don't know, like, I was also thinking about this question too the other day. I was like, you know what, like, it'll be awesome if they bring him to run the around the park and stuff like that. But what I was telling you the other day, I was like, I feel like they're gonna have this guy as a VIP, like, you know, kind of like a photo thing, you know. So if you're gonna want to like take a picture with this guy, you're gonna have to buy the VIP no matter what.
Wow.
And
crazy to hear.
actually, I do have a piece of footage to
Mhm.
kind of get people hyped up. Here we go.
Oh no.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
If
Let's
it
see.
works. But
Yeah.
yeah, I
if-
mean, it's hyped, man. I mean, the RIP dinner, the little buffets really fire. I mean, they always step it up, I feel like, each year that I've been.
oh, hold on. I just
I
had
think
him.
I do see it.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
disappeared.
It's
Hold
all
on.
it's glitching out a little bit, but
Yeah. I gotta find it.
you know, I can't even imagine having Art the Clown and Jack the Clown running
Oh
around.
yeah,
You know,
that'll be super badass, man. I mean, you know, like
right,
two icons and like, you know, one park. That'd be awesome.
right.
Yeah,
If they
but I
let-
actually I do see him like roaming around like the VIP area and stuff like that. And like I said, I do see him roaming around like, you know, the back lot, obviously, like because he's gonna be the main attraction. But
Yeah.
like I feel like like Universal in general was like, you know what, these guys want to take a picture with Art the Clown, you know, let's make them pay for the VIP tour and stuff like that.
Okay, pay for the VIP tour. So how do you anticipate the Terror Tram to go then this year if it's all Terrifier and not
It's gonna
Blood?
be all like Terrifier scenes and stuff from like the movies and stuff like that. 1, 2, and 3. Maybe the fourth one that's coming out.
Bro, imagine if we got a sneak peek.
Yeah,
Oh,
that'd be awesome. It's for sure gonna be showing like the famous kills, like no matter what. Cause I mean, the like I think about 2 months ago, there was like a couple barrels over there in the back of the studio tour, along with the Christmas tree. So yeah, you know how
wow.
that's gonna go.
Yeah, yeah, we do. So, like, are we gonna get dropped
And,
off? Like, all Blumhouse and Megan come out, and we have a whole walkthrough like that, or are we gonna go somewhere else on the tram? Or
I think we're gonna go by like, if I'm not mistaken, we might just get dropped off. Maybe have like a couple Art the Clowns with chainsaws because he does have a chainsaw, you know? And then start going into the scenes where he does like pretty brutal scenes and stuff like that. Like, you know, that's my biggest guess.
I'll take it.
100%.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get to some comments real quick. We got Kiki and Luca for 5 months of membership for Conductor
Let's
Ultimate
go.
Fan membership. Thanks,
Let's
Kiki
go.
and Luca. And it is a Memorial Day live stream, so that's why I chose this day compared to a different day. We have Chris West in the house. He said June, July, August for Horrors Unleashed will only be open Sunday, Thursday through Sunday. So let me ask you guys real quick before I go to any other comments. Do you think now that Horrors Unleashed has been open for a while, do you think it needs a complete revamp?
Well, I thought they were gonna open one in Chicago, you know? Horrors Unleashed.
I thought so too. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, my biggest thing on Horrors Unleashed so far, I mean, they should actually just try to like, you know, get like new IPs, you know, at least every year, you know,
Yeah.
try to like make it differently, you know, because what I heard was that Chicago was getting like Halloween, like the Halloween maze out there, you know. So I
100%.
mean, if they were to get something new like every year, that'd be awesome. Like, you
That'd be
know, take
dope.
my money right away.
I know, right? And then Disway80 actually mentioned a meet and greet at Midsummer. So I'm thinking he means the Hollywood Harry meets Jack. So maybe 2 meet and greets. That would be kind of cool. I would not diss that at all.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like that's the last house that's probably gonna be announced at Midsummer Screen. Like,
Sure.
Jack Reese's Hollywood Harry. Because I mean, why would John Murray be handing that out last year?
True.
So like, why not bring them both to Midsummer Screen as the last IP? Well, it's an original house actually.
No, absolutely. And then we have the garlic sauce as Zaku said. We have way too many clowns post pandemic. It had literally been clown overkill and clown fatigue. Do you guys kind of feel that?
Well, I feel like it's gonna for sure be like a clown year, with like obviously Terrifier coming to the Terror Tramp, and then also to Hollywood Harry's Jack, and then what's the other one?
Killer Clown.
Killer Clowns. There you go.
Yeah, like it's overkill. I was telling Conductor this like a while back. Like they need to utilize the clowns correctly and have them all roaming around. Then, if that's what it is, I don't know if you want to pull this back up, Conductor, but I saw Chris West said maybe, I don't know, I haven't heard this, but it says Fortnite for opening ceremony. Yeah. I mean, that would be insane if they brought like Fortnites to the scare zones.
It could be wonderful.
Fortnite, I mean, I don't know. I mean, do you guys think it will do a good job? I mean, as a scare zone?
I don't know, man. I couldn't tell you, bro.
One thing I will tell you, I don't know where like how far deep in Mondo's profile on X was, but he was at Universal the other day, Christian. I don't know if you were there, but they were doing some filming inside the park for HHN merch, and one of the things I saw, I think it was a guy or a girl wearing a jacket and had
it was for the Simpsons. It was a spirit. It's a spirit jersey.
So I'm kind of wondering if they're going to have some type of Simpsons Treehouse of Horrors element, knowing that we're losing the IP and we're going to be getting rid of the IP in the Universal parks.
I mean, I feel like, since it might be the last year for the Simpsons, I mean, I honestly, I just think it's just gonna gonna be like a brand thing, like just like we're gonna sell it at the stores and kind of go from there, But I don't think it's gonna be like anything major coming to like HHN and stuff like that.
Well, do you think it could be a scare zone? Because as you have the map posted up again, version 2, we don't know what the 3 scare zones could be. Could that be one of the scare zones?
No, I don't think so. I think they're just gonna really focus back again with the crows and stuff like that. The crows again, they're like, people are like, they're like a big fan of it. So yeah, and then maybe the clowns again. Who knows? Yeah.
Okay. I want to read one more comment. This is from Abigail. This is Hollow Gelato's wonderful wife. Love hanging out with her and George in the parks. She says, saying hello from Disneyland. Hope everyone is having a great Memorial Day. Can't believe we're talking about HHN already. Scared but excited. So
we're only 4 months away.
4 months. Crazy. Funny story about Abby is, we were at HHN last year, and George, it's funny because Abby was with us, and George is all like, we need to go in this house twice. And her and George kind of got into it a little bit, like jokingly. She's like, I'm not going in that house. I'm scared to death. Oh my God. It was the most hilarious thing I've ever seen. But I love this. I love the energy that HHN brings to the event, just to Universal in general. So I love this. Going back to the spec map, though, I want to ask you guys about Stranger Things, because there was a lot of mixed reviews about the final season, which was season 5. Some people liked it. A lot of people didn't like it. People were confused on how they kind of laid it out. What do you guys think we're going to see with Stranger Things? And it's probably going to be based off season 5. So what do you guys think they can take from that season and incorporate it into a house?
Well, I hope I hope it's not a mashup of every season and then they just add a little bit at the end for season 5. So I need a full season 5 and have it end off kind of like what happens at the end with Vecna. I mean, we got all the other ones. We might as well just top it off. I know the last episode was a little divisive. Fans really thought it was going to come back. But man, seeing this house, this is one of those ones that isn't going to be really too terrifying. It's not going to be extra scary, but we're going to need one of those houses that is a people eater that isn't too scary that people could just go to, kind of like how FNAF was, you know?
Yeah. I don't know. For me, I feel like they're gonna like do a smash up house, bro.
Oh,
Yeah, they're gonna go all out again. Obviously, they're gonna incorporate the fifth season. I mean, the last season there. So I mean, I just hope they don't put a lot of black walls, man. That house had a lot of black walls for some reason.
100%. And Orange Grove
Yeah.
5 actually came up with an interesting comment. He said, with Stranger Things as a series ended, do you feel that the franchise is not super relevant or still on the cultural radar?
I mean, that's a good question. To me, we haven't had any physical or visible proof that it is Stranger Things. It's just all word of mouth, but
Mhm.
everybody trusts the word of mouth, right? So I
Yeah.
understand where he's coming from because the cartoon just came out. They did the McDonald's toys, and I mean, people weren't mad hyped about that. I still think it would sell because those Stranger Things fans will come back and end it off with this. And I feel like it needs it. I feel like it needs a send off. But hey, if it doesn't come, I wonder what could fill its shoes. You know.
Oh, very true. No, very true. And Abby asks, what house are you guys most excited for from the speculation list as we're looking at it right now? What's your most anticipated house?
I think for me, it will probably be. I gotta go with Hellraiser.
Ooh, you know, that's a good choice because I think
Yeah, man.
that's one of the houses that John Murdy himself has been trying to get to the event for years and years and years.
For a long time, yeah. And the
Yeah.
crazy thing about that is that movie has like 12, 11 movies actually.
Oh, so there's a lot to choose from.
Yeah, man. But I wonder like what direction they're gonna go with this house, man. Because I mean, that house. I mean, I feel like that house is gonna probably have a lot of details. Knowing
Oh,
that, what's this called? That house that which is their Terrifier. That house had like a lot of details. So I wonder what they're gonna go with this time.
definitely.
Yeah, dude. Pinhead is going to be getting some gnarly kills, bro. That guy is scary, man. I remember growing up, like I could play Michael Myers and Halloween. That's top tier. Jason, you always watch Freddy and all that stuff, but man, this guy always terrified me, man. But my top house has been my top horror movie. I've been trying to hype this movie up as Evil Dead Burn. I'm excited to see what they do with this. I just love when they do a house that the movie dropped that year. Sometimes it's a fumble. Exorcist was a fumble that one time. We didn't get Obsession. We could get Obsession next year. You never know.
It's part of Blumhouse.
Yeah, part of Blumhouse. So
Universal loves Blumhouse.
They do. They do.
Yeah, we could
This
do it,
way
man.
says Sinners.
Sinners is top tier. I mean, I'm excited for that one. I just was talking about the houses that haven't been announced yet. But Sinners, yeah, I mean, that one we all been waiting for. So I just hope all the actors get switched out quick because it's gonna be like
I just feel like that house is gonna be like obviously the most anticipated, but like
Yeah.
I don't know, man. That house is gonna be like super packed, like
Oh,
3-4 hour waits. Like I was telling you guys earlier, I don't know if I really want to wait that long.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I think the most anticipated house I'm looking forward to is Hollywood Harry Meets Jack. That's going to be my most anticipated house. But if I had a second option, it would obviously for me be the Ozzy Osbourne house because I love some of his music. And I really want to see what John Murdy and the team are going to come up with to pay tribute to Ozzy's memory and pay tribute to his family. So those two houses I'm most excited for.
Okay, no, wait, hold on. Now that you said this, You just sparked my memory again. I was going to say it earlier. So Mondo, shout out Mondo. He posted the board for the merch for HHN merch at the store,
Ooh.
and it had 7 spots. That doesn't mean we're only getting 7 houses. It means just like that one year we didn't get Texas Chainsaw merch, we may not get Aussie merch because maybe the IP's tied up. I feel like we're only getting 7 houses of merch. I mean, I don't know. What do you think? Because you've seen that board, right? It's only 7.
Yeah, I seen it.
Yeah.
Maybe the only one that we probably won't get merch, and I don't know why this comes to like mind. It might probably just be maybe Aussie, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
I'm not.
Aussie is tied up. But man, imagine if they had the merch though. That shit's gonna go hard, bro.
No, yeah, it's gonna be flying off the shelves like crazy. What about you, conductor?
Well, I kind of feel if they didn't have the Aussie merch, I kind of feel like it would be a huge missed opportunity because,
That's
like you
true,
guys
yeah.
said, it's gonna fly off the shelves, and I kind of feel like, oh, and I have the picture by the way. Let me pull this up. I finally found
Yeah,
it.
because I just mean what IP did they not get cleared to only have 7? That's all I mean. Like, is it Evil Dead Burn? Maybe.
No, I think we had like merch for that when they came, right? The first time, or
Evil Dead Rise. I don't know, man. I don't think we had
I
any.
can't remember. Yeah.
100%. So I'm not particularly sure, but I honestly kind of feel it would be a big hit and a miss if they didn't have the Aussie merch. I'm just being honest. If they didn't have it, it I don't know. I kind of, because I'll tell you what, dude. Between Art the Clown, you know, Roman the upper lot, and then going into the stores where I captured that viral video of him interacting with a group of people, which was fantastic. He was getting all excited about his merch and getting people to try to buy his merch. I thought that was the funniest thing. But when I went in there, I think it was the first night or the second night, people were just grabbing stuff off the shelves. Like they couldn't keep
especially these Terrifier shirts. They're flying like cupcakes up there.
Crazy. Oh my God.
But yeah, just before we end it, it's like, you know, hypothetically, if they don't have Aussie merch, they're not going to promote this next because they always want to drop the merch the same time they drop the announcement. I don't know, man. It's tough. Yeah, Ozzy is a legend, man. Shout out this way. Yeah.
They're gonna bring Stranger Things merch, and that thing's gonna be flying like crazy too.
That's true.
Yeah,
that's gonna be like the biggest one. That's like, you know, people are gonna go crazy for it too.
Oh,
Stranger Things merch. Yeah,
right. Because that's like the last hurrah of the show. Basically, it's like this is ending it off. Like, yeah.
But you gotta also think too, Jack versus Hollywood Harry. I'm not too sure they're gonna bring the merch, but I feel like that's also gonna fly too.
Oh, it's gonna go hard. It's gonna go so hard.
So.
I want to ask you guys about Killer Clowns. I'm sure it's going to be short answers, but what do you guys think about them bringing back this house now for what, a 4th or 5th time? Isn't it kind of getting a little old, like it's a filler house?
Well, what I heard from was that they were gonna bring Michael Universe, but then that got scratched out. Yeah.
My Clown Universe?
No, Michael Myers Universe.
Oh, Michael Myers, and that fell through, so it's Killer Clowns now.
Yeah, so they were just Universal was like, nope, we didn't get the rights to it. Bring back Killer Clowns.
Yeah, they always have one of those houses. Like last year was Poltergeist. You know, I mean, they always have one that's just like a filler, like you mentioned, conductor. Yeah.
Yeah, because this is what my insider guy told me. He was like, you know, Michael Myers is for sure like heavily rumored to come. Even too, they were about to bring Freddy vs. Jason too, but something with the rights didn't go through or something like that. So they were just kind of like drop those 2 houses, bring back Killer Clowns. It's gonna be the same thing, but I think the only thing that they might add to the house, and John Murray was actually like, you know, kind of like leaking this thing out on his ex. They might bring the Godzilla clown to the house.
better.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people want. So that'll be awesome.
I want that.
Yeah, we need that. Man. We need it
want
now.
That's why.
Yeah.
What do you think? That's why. What do you think? They're extending that house a little bit more. So I don't know. Maybe it makes sense. Who knows? But he was kind of hinting that out on his ex when he was actually in his, when he was in his Japan trip.
Wow. That's insane.
Yeah.
So that's where Scarecrow's going to be at. Or that's
Yeah.
where Scarecrow was at. Sorry.
That's pretty much the T-pad section,
The keypad
right
section.
behind Transformers. Yeah.
So it could be that and Stranger Things.
So it's gonna be Stranger Things in the freaking studio, and then it's gonna be a T-pad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he said instead of Clownzilla, how about an actually having Godzilla? That would be dope.
Minus
be
one or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny because they're doing more construction work, which is more that's actually being kind of more extended out.
Sure.
Yeah, the last time I went on the tram, they were working on that area more, so maybe they'll add it up this year, and that's what a lot of people want. They want the Clownzilla to come.
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
And we kind of talked about Hellraiser, but what are you guys most excited about Hellraiser since it's never been at the event before? It's been on John Murdy's wish list since he actually headed up running Halloween Horror Nights at Hollywood. What are you most anticipated about? Because I know, Christian, you said there's 11 movies out, so they have a lot to choose from. So what do you think about that?
I feel like they're gonna go into depth with like every movie, Same thing like Stranger Things. They're just gonna like put like all the famous scenes all in one room and kind of go from there.
Yeah.
That might not be too bad. So yeah, Hellraiser, man, I'll just take, obviously all the kills, but I'll take a room when all the pinheads are there. Like that one movie with all of them, bro. That's insane.
Yeah, that's gonna be cool.
Yeah. I'm sure he'll do that. I mean, John Murdy knows what's up. So
that'd be dope.
There's actually a scene in one of his famous movies where you actually go through like a bunch of chains and stuff like that, which is crazy. And I don't know if they're gonna bring that scene here to HHN, and you're pretty much gonna probably be walking around the chains. So, but who knows? Yeah.
And then Evil Dead Burn, because Evil Dead Burn to me kind of feels like a Walking Dead like IP, but what are you guys more excited about with that?
I'm excited for that period. Just dude, I can't wait for that movie. When that teaser dropped, bro, this shit looks scary as hell, bro. Yeah, this movie is highly anticipated. Evil Dead Rise. I know maybe it was lower on some people's list when they had that house, but man, that was high expectations. It was where Fallout, where at the UBE.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit was fire to me, bro. So I think this one's going to be top tier. It's just cool because we don't know much about it yet.
No, yeah. I just feel like it's going to be gory.
Yeah.
Most of like all the movies that are, Evil Dead, they're like gory as hell. So, I mean, I just hope they bring something like all the scenes are gory from the movie to the house. Yeah.
And then I want to ask you guys about the Terror Tram just a little bit more because obviously Art the Clown made a huge impact on HHN last year with the VIP tour or RIP tour dinner. Then you had him roaming around the upper lot. The same excitement was on the East Coast for Universal Orlando with him roaming around. What can Art the Clown bring to the Terror Tram to keep people interested? Because for years we've heard nothing about, or I shouldn't word it like that. What I'm trying to think of is the Terror Tram has kind of been like a hit or a miss over the years, and people haven't been that excited about it. So what can Art the Clown bring to keep the Terror Tram alive? If that makes sense.
Well, I mean, the one thing about Terror Tram the last couple of years is the Blumhouse, they really fixed it, and every year it was better. And I'm not even gonna lie, it was like a nice cushion to know that that's going to be there no matter what. Now, like you're saying, all the speculation, what Art the Clown will be, what is he going to be doing? I want him to steal the tram. I want him to hop on the tram,
That would be
steal
dope.
it, drive us somewhere else. Like, so we're going to the normal route, but we don't go that route, and then we go somewhere else, and then that's where it's all at. That's kind of what I'm expecting. Maybe like he hijacks. If he doesn't hijack it physically, he'll do the screen like they did with Scooby-Doo and stuff.
100%. Christian, what do you think about it?
I feel like they're gonna be using the screens in the tram. You know, obviously they're gonna do like a big major intro, and they're gonna make you get off the tram, and then like I was saying earlier, they're gonna have like all these like Art the Clowns with chainsaws. They're gonna make you go through like the famous scenes and stuff from all the movies. But I feel like this might be the last time they bring Art the Clown, because you really got to think about it. It's the last movie that's coming out in New Year's, so you know, yeah, we'll see.
Well, do you think based off the revenue that the final installment of Terrifier drops in New Year's, do you think they could bring him back one more time for a house next year to kind of tie him off?
I feel like they should, man. I mean, that guy, I feel like they should. Like, I mean, he's brought a lot of money to like HHN and stuff like that. A lot of people, they want him to pretty much have a house again. So why wouldn't they?
No, 100%.
Yeah.
The final thing I want to ask you guys is, obviously it's just speculation, but it is more than possible. The Purge show at Waterworld. Do you think they're going to change anything up with that? Do you think it's even going to be the Purge? If it is the Purge, do you think people are even going to be interested to go see it? Or you think it's going to be kind of like, oh, well, we've done everything else, so we'll just go hit the Purge show?
It's gonna be the same. I think it's gonna be the same thing, man. Nothing's never really gonna change and stuff like that. I think for me, whenever I go to HHN by myself, it's just like a one and done. That's it.
Sure.
Okay, but now moving on from that real fast. Any word on what's going in DreamWorks Theater?
That's a good point.
DreamWorks Theater, I haven't heard anything as in yet. Yeah. Not yet.
I would not mind, and I'm going to just go out on a limb here, because I think, if I'm not mistaken, Christian, none of us have done it, but I think in Universal Japan, they've introduced Resident Evil. Could we see Resident Evil go into the DreamWorks Theater?
I do see something like that coming. I wouldn't, doubt it if they bring it over here. I mean, Resident Evil is obviously one of the biggest things that people really want to see over here in Hollywood. So, I mean, yeah, I see something like that coming.
The weirdest thing about this year that no one's really talking about, because it's just fresh, right? Because we're coming off of FanFest, is not much representation of Blumhouse. Like, we're not going to have Megan. We're not going to have the grabber from Black Phone. I mean, no Insidious stuff. Like, it's just going to be weird.
I just feel like Blumhouse, man. They need a break.
They need a break. They could come back harder with Obsession next year.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'll take it.
So Christian actually had an interesting comment. He said, "I noticed the other day Christian tweeted something about a Batman show. What happened with that?" And then
oh no, that wasn't a Batman thing. It was actually on X, because my Instagram guy was hinting at me through like a different wording.
Sure.
So my apologies for that, but it was pretty much regarding about like Hollywood Harry coming to with Jack, and located at the JPQ area.
Sure. Now, Orange 55 said an Arkham Asylum show would be dope.
Everybody wants that, man.
Yeah, that's top tier right there.
Even for FanFest, that would be awesome if it were to come.
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah, pull it in for FanFest nights. I'll go.
Yeah.
Now, do you honestly think that's even a possibility? Because now they would have to get the licensing agreement with WB, but it has been shown that Universal has worked with WB in the past for properties. So do you think it's more than possible?
Of
Oh, yeah,
course.
Harry Potter, the movie, yeah.
Yeah, of course. You know, like Universal like has all the money in the world. You know, as long as we get the rights for it, you know, we'll be able to make it happen.
Oh, for sure.
Death
Yeah.
Eaters or no Death Eaters this year?
No,
Mm,
I don't think they're gonna come. I mean, people want them to come just because, like, I mean, in my personal opinion, they're badass. Like, you
yeah.
know, or Orlando has them. I don't know why we don't have them.
And see that's something I never really understood because me and Tommy, a couple months ago, got the opportunity of a lifetime, and now I'm hooked. To go out to Universal Orlando for the first time. We kind of walked around, the Sinbad area, and that type of whole area leading into Harry Potter. We didn't walk the whole Harry Potter land because we went into Hagrid's
Mhm.
to ride that. But I don't know, man. I kind of feel that Universal can have it both ways. They can have the Death Eaters at Orlando. They can have the Death Eaters here in Hollywood. I kind of
Mhm.
don't get that aspect of why they did it a couple times over the years and then they stopped. I don't know if it's still an issue with J.K. Rowling and she's just not liking it or what the case might be, but I'll tell you what, the interactions I saw over the years with the Death Eaters and just people walking through that area that get to the two houses behind the Curious George parking structure, a lot of people interacted with the Death Eaters, and that's something that I wish they would bring to the event because you have to walk through that area
Yeah, you gotta walk through there. Yeah.
backstage. So I don't understand the complications with that. I really don't. And
What
why
I
do
heard was too that they were getting harassed too. So that's, you know, it takes one person to mess everything up.
Too much.
yeah,
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I heard, that they were getting harassed by people. People were getting drunk, obviously, and stuff like that. So
oh
I
geez.
mean, Universal takes, you know, big consideration on that part too.
They
So
do. They do, but my only thing with that, Christian, is usually Universal has been very transparent when they start putting signs out all over the place, all over the park, even in City Walk. Hey, we're dressing up the park for Halloween Horror Nights. There's going to be some things that are a little bit graphic. They let people know what the event's about. I kind of feel they do enough, if not more than enough notification on what's going to happen at these events. But you're absolutely right. People get offended, people
no,
get
yeah,
harassed, and it ruins it for everybody else. And I've been saying that even with Disney stuff on some of the attractions that they've had
yeah,
to modify because there's maybe one or two scenes that people get offended on. It's like you're choosing to go on that attraction. You're choosing to go to HHN. Why ruin it for everyone else? Because you don't like it. It's like, what about the other, 29,999 other people that love it? Why
and it's
Right.
funny,
you?
and it's funny too because like the last time I went to HHN Orlando, which was like for opening day, I didn't even know they had go-go dancers. I was like, what? Like they have go-go dancers? We used to have go-go dancers as well
Yeah,
too, but
I remember.
again, yeah, but then again, due to like people not acting right around the parks, getting drunk, touching the girls, like, you know, John Murdy was like, no, we're not bringing that here no more.
Wow.
Yeah,
See
this
that?
is too much. Like, and then like they took Terrifier away over in Orlando for a little bit or the whole time. Like if we have a character that's talking, like Jack the Clown walking around, I mean, it's going to even be worse. I mean, people are going to be trying to get interactions with them nonstop.
No,
Wow.
yeah, but I did notice something last year though. Like at one point in the beginning of the event, Terrifier was walking around, like he was walking around like normal, you know, doing his thing. But after the event, like maybe like around October, he started walking a little faster. Like he didn't even want to interact with like the people and stuff like that. And I was
I
telling my
noticed
friend
that.
this way, I know he's there. I was like, dude, like he keeps on like walking just fast. Like I don't know, like what the hell's going on or what happened, you know?
Well, let's talk about that for a second, Christian, because I didn't really notice when I was there at HHN that there was ever an issue with Art the Clown and people.
Mhm.
Now, I do know there were multiple stories that were reported from Orlando where people got too close to the scare actor,
Oh yeah.
they were harassing the scare actor, they were doing things that were not rule bound. So there was a lot of issues in Orlando, and with that going on, could that hurt chances for future interactions of like walk around characters like Art the Clown to come to future events, both in Orlando and Hollywood?
Yeah, of course. I mean, Universal pays attention to everything, man. They take everything serious, and it's just for safety reasons of the characters too.
Yeah.
So, like I was saying, like it just takes one person to mess everything up. And yeah, man, I just really hope like if they do bring him back, he could interact at least with you more. Have more interactions with you.
Sure.
Because I know in Orlando they were doing that at one point where he did like really awesome interactions, and I feel like the ones in Hollywood they weren't really doing that.
No, 100%.
I
So
agree.
I
Yeah.
want I want to go to the spec map. This is from Orlando again, courtesy
Mhm.
of you, Christian, for posting this for us. So out of the houses that we're not getting in Hollywood, that's why I kind of want to focus on here. So obviously Jack and Oddfellow, Chaos and Control. Can you kind of give us a gist of what that house can be like and what people can expect of that house? For people that maybe don't go to Orlando for HHN or maybe are planning to.
I just feel like it's gonna be a fun house. Like a fun house are pretty much like, you ever go to like the little fairs around here and you
Yeah.
encounter like mirrors and stuff like that. I feel like it's gonna be the same thing. But obviously with like, these people being included in the house and stuff like that.
Sure.
you know?
Oh,
And it's
100.
obviously gonna have a little bit of background story to Jack and Oddfellow.
Yeah, no, 100%. So that is a cool house by
Mhm.
far. I'm very looking forward to seeing people's reactions to that. Now, the next one I want to bring up is the Carrie Zoo feeding time. So the reason why I want to talk about this because Knott's Berry Farm, or should I say Knott's Scary Farm, had a house last year which was called the Zoo, and it was pretty creepy because they had like two different experiences. They had
Dude, that
a
house was awesome.
Yeah.
I like the way they gave you the
Yeah.
flashlight, and it was like
Yeah.
so pitch black, dude. It was crazy.
Yeah.
I was actually legit scared. Like, I mean, with the flashlight, dude, I couldn't see. Like, I started filming with my phone. I'm not even kidding. I started filming with my phone. I'm like, I can't see shit. Because
Yeah,
Dude,
there was times where I walked in the house, and I was just like, there was people in front of me using like their freaking phone light. I was like, come on.
oh
yeah, I didn't even record in that house, and I went in with the light, and they capped the line at me. So when I went in, I'm the first one basically. So like I'm going through, it feels like you're like at an abandoned house, bro. That shit was scary.
oh, holy, it was crazy.
I feel like HHN should bring something like that, like more
Dude,
interactive and stuff like that.
oh my god.
Yeah.
If HHN brought that, oh my god, I don't even know what I would think about that because I was legit scared because you couldn't see nothing.
Hell yeah.
That flashlight did not do you justice. I don't care what people say. It was bad, like bad, scary. It was nuts.
It was
Yeah.
funny too because like I think during like the beginning of the event you were able to enjoy it with the lights on, and
Yeah,
then once it hit 11 o'clock p.m., that's when it was just pitch black.
100%. No,
Yeah.
I totally get that. Now, the next house I want to bring up again, I'm only really focusing on Orlando exclusive is this HR Blood and Guts presented by Midnight Mayhem.
Mm.
Do you know the backstory of that kind of or what that would entail or if Orlando's ever had that?
No, I don't think Orlando has ever brought that house. I think it's like an original for sure, just by going by the name of it. But they never brought something like that to for sure to Orlando.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm just curious on the backstory of it if there's
yeah,
like
because Yeah, because Orlando, what they like doing, obviously they like doing a lot of originals and stuff like
Sure.
that. So yeah, for sure, that's definitely an original house, along with the other ones that are right there.
Definitely. And then we got Invasion of Lightning Gulch. That I don't know. That kind of sounds like an alien house. It sounds like it.
It's gonna be Disclosure with Steven Spielberg.
Oh man.
Oh, they do have a pop-up shop in Orlando, so it wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah.
And
Other than that, they said something like Area 15 type of thing, that house.
dude, that'd be dope. That'd be
Yeah.
dope. And then Seek and Destroy. What do you think about that? What do you think that could be like a Halo type house or what?
Yeah, it's gonna be something like a Fallout type of theme, house coming like radioactive. If you don't make it out on time, stuff like that.
Sure.
Yeah, that's what the name is giving me out.
100%. Now, I don't know if you have plans to go out to Orlando, Christian, this year, but if you do, out of all these houses, what would you be most excited for to go check out if you're going?
For sure the Jagged Oddfellow, man.
Okay.
Yeah, because I already know what that house is gonna be, and that house, like, for sure they're gonna put all the effort into that house,
Yeah, I
no
want to
matter
see it.
what. Yeah,
Yeah.
because I know the last one they had last year, it was kind of like some Spanish house, the El Artista. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that.
Yeah, I heard
And
about
yo,
it.
I went to that house and it was so beautiful. It felt like I was inside a mansion. I was like, yo, like this
Dang,
is crazy. Yeah, like it was crazy. Like it was detailed. The details were awesome. It was just on point.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. If you had to pick one more house, what would the second house be?
Let me see. I gotta go with Sinners.
Yeah.
Now, I'm kind of glad you made that choice because I wanted to ask you this too. Being somebody that has gone to both HHN events,
Mhm.
I've heard some people say that some of the houses, not all, but some of the houses that share both the West Coast, East Coast events, the one in Orlando, the version in Orlando, some of the houses are a bigger set, and some of them are a little bit more scary. If not, there's a lot more effects they can fit into the houses out there than they could in Hollywood. Is that something you've experienced over the years checking out both events on both coasts?
I just think in general, man, I will be straight up. Orlando's 10 times better than Hollywood.
Okay.
I went on the last time I went, and actually, the first house I did was Terrifier,
Okay.
and they went all out with that house. I could tell you, like our house compared to the house in Orlando here, it like kind of like it was nothing compared to that. Because over there, they actually get you wet. There was two ways you could either go through the dry zone or wet zone.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, it was crazy. You did get wet like crazy.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, and the houses out there, they're just 10 times better than here. Like
Sure.
they're just detailed better. They feel like more realistic for some reason,
Oh wow.
and the scares are 10 times better too.
Wow. See, I
Yeah,
wasn't expecting that. I thought, being Hollywood, you would have all that aspect because you have the movie props, you have, the legendary, aspect of just Hollywood in general. I didn't think Orlando would outbeat
well,
them,
you
but
got to think about it too. Over there, they use mostly like sound stages.
of
Maybe they use two tents and that's it. Here,
yeah,
it's all mostly just tents, and it's really really small. Over there, the walkthroughs are like almost like 7 minutes long.
sure.
Wow. So
Yeah,
you're
they're
basically
they're they're
saying that
longer.
our Sinners is going to be like 2.5 minutes, and their Sinners will be like 5.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
That's
Man,
crazy. Wow.
I might have to slide out there. It's the 35th 1-2 out there. I gotta go, bro.
Ah, there you go.
Yeah, you get. I. That's the only reason I go over there, just because it's like Orlando's always gonna go 10 times better than Hollywood. You know, and just the experience itself is like it's always fun out there.
Sure.
You know, you get to also visit like Epic Universe and stuff like that too, and just the other parks
Like
around it.
100%. Now,
Yeah.
let me ask you about Epic. Um, do you think, because now we just celebrated the 1 year anniversary of Epic Universe being open. Do
Yeah.
you think that, having a dedicated land, which is Darkmoor, do you think they can incorporate a little more spooky aspect to that land during the Halloween season, like at night?
Yeah, I do see something like that maybe coming and stuff like that. Maybe adding a little bit of like elements to the scenery and stuff like that.
Sure.
But I feel like, I don't think Epic will probably do anything about it. You know, like bring like an event to like, Horror Nights and stuff like that. Like there, I feel like they'll just be like, oh, let's just keep Horror Nights at Universal Studios, Orlando and stuff.
Sure.
So, but that'll be awesome that they did, But I mean, they're still knocking it out the park with the stuff that they have going on so far.
Definitely. Well,
Yeah.
Tommy, let me ask you, if you were to head out to Orlando, let's say with Christian, and go check out these houses, what would be your top two that you would want to go check out?
I have to admit, I mean, it's almost the same two that he said. I mean, for sure, Jack and Oddfellow, and then Sinners, just to see the differences. Because if we get Jack, it's a different Jack out here. But I mean, obviously, the differences between Hellraiser, that would be sick too, just to see if they implement
Oh
different
yeah.
tools or a different part of the story. And then Stranger Things, bro. I mean, this is the cap, bro. This is the coup de grace. It's over. I mean, so like after this, it's done. I mean, we got no more pop ups, no nothing. So if this is official, I mean, so I gave you 3 houses. I mean, yeah, I mean, probably those three, four houses. I mean, it's
Okay.
hard. It's hard to pick, dude. I want them all. And but now moving on from there, it's like, can I go to all these in one night, or do I need to express? Do they have express over
For this, yeah, like I was gonna ask you that too. For this, you need Express, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first night I went for opening night, you needed Express. I bought Express ahead of time, even though it was like super expensive. I was like, you know what? I can't be doing the lines like for like way like those lines over there. I'll tell you, they're 10 times worse than here, bro.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that
Oh,
center
yeah.
house, just in general, will probably be out there like 4 hours.
Holy Lord.
Yeah, even Terrifier was long last year. It was like 3 hours and a half. I was like, yo, like,
That's too
dude, I'm
much.
glad I have this Express with me. I was like, the crowds over there, they don't play, bro.
That's crazy. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
if you guys seen the videos of people going crazy over the merch, just imagine, for the event.
Right.
Oh, I can't.
Yeah, it's a whole ballpark over there.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
So the next thing I want to talk about is the tickets and the prices. I want to get your guys' opinion on it. So again, like I stated right in my intro, was they literally dropped prices. I'm not even kidding. They dropped prices. I was at Disneyland. I called Tommy from Disneyland. I'm like, dude, I'm sitting on Main Street. I'm getting all these notifications. My phone's blowing up. He's like, what's going on? Is everything okay? I'm like, no, HHN dropped. I'm like, what the hell? So let me ask you, Christian, because we've kind of talked about it. Me and Tommy have talked about it. So many others have talked about it. Why all of a sudden is Universal Hollywood dropping tickets this early? I'm not complaining about it. I'm actually happy about it, so people can plan ahead and book hotels and all this stuff. But I do kind of find it weird that they keep going back and forth instead of being consistent, where they release the tickets early enough where people have time to prepare. Because I kind of felt like Hollywood kind of, I wouldn't say left people stranded, but it almost seemed like it was like dropping news last minute and people trying to scramble to figure out plans to come out here, especially if they're from out of town.
Yeah, well, last year I remember when Orlando dropped their tickets, I bought them right away because
Yeah.
I was like, you know what, like, you know, I'm traveling all the way from from LA to Orlando, so like, you know, why not start preparing myself, you know, for whatever's gonna come ahead, and you know, and stuff like that. And I feel like people are doing the same here with Hollywood too. You know, people are gonna be traveling from all over the place just to come and see like Sinners, and you know, obviously visit like their favorite house. But
Sure.
yeah, man, it's just like people are just preparing themselves so far.
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
So as we look at these prices, Christian, does it seem like for general admission, express, and then express unlimited, does it seem like the price went up from last year?
Um, Maybe just a little bit for sure. I know like their VIP tours went up. They're
Oh,
almost like,
let's look at that. Actually, believe it or
So
not.
I think like 2 years ago it was like 409, and last year was 429.
yeah,
And then,
their VIP stores went up like big time this year.
Yeah,
that makes you wonder. I mean, like they must be putting more money into the houses or some IPs or some aspect of it.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
I just feel like the people that are gonna get general admission, you know, I'm sorry to say this, but I mean they won't be riding Fast and the Furious.
No,
I
no,
heard that's crazy, bro. I mean,
Yeah.
now I'm wondering how they're going to stagger it.
And that's what I was saying. Oh, that's what I was saying earlier today. I was like, you know, the upper lot is just gonna be crowded. Like, you know, it would have been. It's kind of dumb of Universal not opening that attraction to everybody else.
yeah.
You
Well, does
know?
that mean that they're not confident in all the employees there because they're all going to be working the HHN stuff instead? Like,
Mm.
I don't know. Like, what gives them the lack of confidence of not having a line really big for that ride during that event? Like, what's their thing? You know?
Well, I personally, for me, I'm going to say this, Tommy. I think logistically, you know, with the ride opening up, probably if I had to guess, the end of next month, if it's true, again, speculation, not confirmed, but if it's uh, if it's ready to open by next month, and they already have team members riding the attraction, and it's so close to HHN, maybe logistically they just don't think they can handle that much crowd control in the upper lot. Because, like Christian said, it's going to be a even with the construction wall there last year, I kind of felt like the upper lot was just an F show. It was.
Right.
It was packed.
I could tell you this year that you know that bar that's right there in the plaza. Expect that also to be busy too, because people are gonna be like, "Hey, let's go grab a drink and let's go on the Sinner's house, you know, or the Monstro's house, or whatever." That
Right.
whole section is gonna be busy no matter what.
Oh, by far, dude. I'm telling you. Now, I do understand to a point why they're doing this, and I kind of felt like they did with Super Nintendo World too.
Mhm.
If I'm not mistaken, they didn't even offer Super Nintendo World the first year of HHN. Like, I
No, they
mean,
didn't. I remember that.
No, you
and-
had to do virtual queue the first month. I remember.
Oh,
Yeah, you had to like do the virtual thing because like obviously like things were getting out of control as well. So
yeah,
you know, it was about like a couple months after it pretty much reopened to the public where they were just like, you know what, let's just stop the virtual queues and just line people up and stuff.
now even with Super Nintendo World over the years, until they got to the point where they opened it up for like I think it was like 7 to 10 or 7 to 11.
Mhm.
You only had access if you had this higher tier ticket for the event, like what we're seeing here with Fast and Furious. The only thing I could say with Fast and Furious that kind of benefits that attraction is we're supposedly supposed to have 6 trains. So that's over what? Over 100 people they can have on the attraction, you know, every what, 5 to 10 minutes, maybe even longer, maybe every hour. So the crowd flow will be flowing, but for the amount of crowds that come in for HHN, are you guys even surprised remotely that some of the tickets like for this event offer it and some don't. Are you shocked by that?
I mean, I think I am. Yeah. I mean, like I said, I just don't understand how they're going to be running this, even when it's not HHN. Like, how are they staggering this ride if they're doing that for HHN? They just don't want to anticipate. They anticipate a big crowd for the ride at night, so they don't want it. And they removed the 7 to 11 or 7:30 to 11:30 time. So now it just says like access or whatever the word is. So then, like, does that mean, oh, I could just burn through it once? Granted, I'm not going to HHN for a coaster, but doing Fast and the Furious at night is insane, I bet. So it's a give or take. That's why I got to go to HHN like 4 or 5 nights in a row.
Yeah.
No.
Now, I kind of agree with Tommy though. People aren't there for a coaster, but then again,
It's at night.
being that it's at night, being that it's a shiny new toy that Universal has, it doesn't shock me that they're trying to incorporate it. Because you know as well as I do, you know, we talk about these theme parks all the time, whether it's Universal, Disney, not Six Flags. No matter what it is, the guest demographic, you're not going to always please everybody. So I can kind of see why Universal is trying to accommodate if people do want to ride it at the event while they're down there, because maybe they can't make it to grand opening night. Maybe their one trip a year is HHN. So maybe that's what Universal's thinking was, hey, we can cater to everybody because maybe we're getting people that couldn't be there grand opening. Maybe we're getting people that can only go to or do a vacation one time a year. So there's all sorts of different, you know, aspects to this. I just find it very interesting that, like Christian was saying, it's not offered to all, especially knowing that the capacity that this attraction can hold. I'm kind of culture shocked by it.
Yeah, same here. I'm
So it's
just
like the crows are in the way or what? I mean, you know, the big the big crows are going to just be in your way, like flocking towards you. That's why they can't have the line. I mean, I don't know what it is. I mean,
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't even know if the crows are going to be on the upper lot. Like in
I
that
hope. I hope. I mean, I like them right
Well,
there.
yeah.
Well, so do I, but it's going to block the bathrooms. It's going to block the gift shop. It's going to block people from trying to enter the attraction. So it's like, do they put them there, or they put them in the little plaza area where the beer tents are at?
Ooh.
They're probably going the lower lot this year. I don't know why I'm getting that feeling.
That's
Who knows, you know?
cool. I'll take that.
Yeah, but nah, I feel like they're gonna probably stay out in the upper lot, you know?
That's true. You're not wrong about that. But then
Mm.
again, Universal does have that flex space that they just had for FanFest with Jurassic Park. Could they put
Ooh.
them
But
there?
who's lining up right there? I mean, that's going to be the line queue for.
There's gonna be the line queue for the Aussie house. There it comes.
Oh my
That's true.
god, bro, that's going to be nasty, bro.
That's going to be ugly.
Yeah.
I just hope, because a funny story, Christian, I know I've told you, I think once, but
Mhm.
just to kind of remind everyone at home, me and Tommy 2 years ago, this is the funniest thing. We went down. I was staying at the Hilton right next to Universal. Tommy was staying at a hotel down the street, and before the event happened, we had several different things we were doing, and of course, of all grand opening weekends, it had to just be a heat spell. It was the worst heat spell.
Oh wow.
It was horrible. But
That was 2 years ago, right?
yeah, 2 years ago, because I'm pivoting to when we went to the grand opening of the Hello Kitty Cafe and City Walk, and I was
It was hot.
dude, I was burning up. I'm like, good God, this heat sucks. And what's funny is, me and Tommy went to Horrors Unleashed in Vegas, and it was about $1.20 outside, and I didn't feel like it was nasty outside. I felt like, okay, I can handle this.
It's like desert. different.
Yeah, it was that dry heat.
You're like,
right?
let me bring some eggs and let me cook them outside real quick.
Hey,
Yeah.
I actually said that. It was crazy though. I hope we don't get another heat spell because that was awful. That was so
Yeah.
awful. You couldn't dress cool enough for that. Oh my
Well,
god.
hey, so just real quick, so what's going to be open for early entry then? Like Stranger
Chris,
Things and Killer Clowns, and then Hellraiser and Evil Dead Burn, or what?
Yeah, I see something like that coming. Like obviously, like Killer Clowns, Stranger Things for sure. Maybe Hellraiser because I think that's what they had open last year for Terrifier too.
Right. So
You know,
we need these open for the early entry people because I like to do early entry.
yeah, mostly all the lower lots probably gonna be open for sure, and pretty much the H lot's gonna be open.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they did last year too. They had those sections open.
I
Right.
kind of feel that. Well,
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
let me
why I
ask
agree.
let me ask you this, Christian, because I want to get your opinion because you're at Universal quite often, and we're seeing
Mhm.
all this massive transformation with the security hubs, them enclosing the park, doing all these upgrades to the park. Are you surprised about that comic book shop that's supposed to be next to the Curious George security hub? And could that be something we see get removed eventually, but get removed? And could that be our temporary access into the park going forward while they close off the front of the park to do the upgrades with the hotel, to move the globe up 20 feet forward? Maybe, and I'm hoping, crossing my fingers, they upgrade the stupid fingerprint scanners and we go to facial recognition. All these updates.
I know they're doing the facial recognition at Epic now, and
Yes.
Orlando now too.
I saw it.
That was crazy too, right?
Oh, dude, I tell you what, it was such a breeze to go through that
Yeah.
compared out here in Hollywood where they have this dinosaur technology, which drives me nuts. But then I also liked it too because they didn't have their third-party security. They had their own security. And I kind of felt like going through their security procedures, it was a lot easier because they're hired by Universal and they are Universal employees, and they know what to look out for to allow in, not allow in. So when I brought my equipment to go film, for the parks and the experiences and all this stuff, I never got hassled once. Out here in Hollywood, using the third party security company they use, I kind of feel like it's hit or miss. I could go into security and it'd be a breeze, or I could go through security and they're hounding me over stupid stuff. Like I think one time I went through it, and you know how I have the little small tripod. It doesn't extend.
Yeah.
Chris, you've seen it. It doesn't extend. And I got asked by a security guy, he's all like, "What's your intentions with this?" And I looked at him like, what do you think my intentions are going to be with it? You think I'm just going to go around the park, maybe drink a couple beers, smack people with it? What do you think I'm going to do with this thing? Obviously, you can see.
I could tell you that Universal here is getting a little stricter now. Now with everything happening, obviously with the new security hub that's happening, they're gonna become much stricter.
That's
I
interesting.
can see that, man. I'm not even gonna lie. I got distracted by the new speculation map. So they do. I mean, Chris West may be right. I mean, for Fortnite, they do have a banana for a peeled banana for the scare zone, and then another scare zone they have a machete, and then the other scare zone they have the crows. So I think you're right. I think the crows will be back.
Yeah, that's like a fan favorite right there for sure.
I know this is crazy. If they do Fortnite,
I haven't seen the new spec map. Obviously because I'm here with you guys. So yeah.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's crazy. I don't know. I mean,
let me see if
I don't know how we can compare it. I don't know if Conductor can pull it up. Just
if you send it to me, Tommy, on Instagram, send it to me and then I'll pull it up. Is it the one that Junior has?
Yeah. Shout out Junior.
Let's go to his page real quick. Let's see. Oh wait, it might be the same one. Okay, hold on. Let me pull this up real quick. Let me pull this up because let's see. Okay, here we go. So this is from Junior, which is Universal Disney fan.
Yeah, that's it, man. So you see the banana. I mean,
Yeah,
what
right
would that be? I mean, what would that be? Radioactive gorilla from Dead Exposure? I mean, I don't know. Fortnite. imagine the banana chasing people down. It's not scary, but
Mhm.
with the chainsaw, I mean, that's pretty epic.
kinda
Epic games, right? I mean, I don't know.
It's
I
kind of
don't know.
creepy.
Yeah.
I
It's
don't
kinda
know.
creepy.
I mean, what does he have on the side? What does it say?
So
Fortnite says Fortnite.
Oh,
It
so
says
he
Fortnite.
has Sinners, Ozzy Osbourne, Hellraiser, Stranger Things, Kill Serena, Evil Dead Burn, Hollywood Harry meets Jack the Clown, Killer Clowns, Terrifier, Purge Dangerous Waters, and as a scare zone he has Fortnite, and as the other scare zone he has the Crows, and it's courtesy of HHN Nightmares on X.
oh, HHN Nightmares. Usually HHN Nightmares too. They're always on point with their stuff, with their speculation maps.
Man,
100%.
Fortnite.
Yeah, so I mean, it wouldn't doubt Fortnite comes, to HHN,
That's
but I mean,
crazy. It's weird, but you
yeah,
have to draw us in the crowds. Yeah.
yeah,
Well,
we'll see what happens. I mean,
100%.
That's
You know
crazy.
what's you know what's funny though is because Fortnite, Disney's trying to tap into Fortnite, and I
Right.
just think it's funny that Universal wants to get in that market and is going to kind of show the scary aspect of Fortnite, while
mhm.
Disney's kind of showing that like G-rated version.
Yeah.
Universal's like no, we're gonna go PG-13,
Yeah.
maybe R-rated stuff.
Yeah.
I find it funny. I find it
That's
funny.
sick. I like
Yeah, I
that.
mean, it'll be cool if they bring him, to Halloween Horror Nights. It'll be bring like something new and stuff.
Sure,
Like a game. I mean, obviously, Halloween Horror Nights likes collaborating with video games already. With The Last of Us, for example.
they
So I
do.
mean, something new, comes to the event. Why not?
No, they definitely do. Let me
Yeah.
ask you this, Christian, because me and Tommy's goal, our plan has been for the last what? I've been taking you, Tommy, how long now? 4 years? 5 years? I can't even remember. 4 years? Because I took you.
This will be the fourth.
Okay, so 2022 was the first year, if I had to guess. Is that right?
Opening year of Super Nintendo World.
Yeah. Okay. So 23, actually.
Yeah.
Okay, 23. So our plan is usually the first night we'll do the RIP tour.
Mhm.
Second night we'll do general admission with early entry. The third night we'll do early entry with Express Unlimited. Have you ever done the RIP tour for HHN?
Yeah, I have in the past.
And
Yeah,
what do
I mean, it's actually one of the best things you could probably ever do, man.
okay.
You
Now,
gotta cut everybody, like even like the express people, like they're like, get out the way, sucker. Yeah,
That's literally what it feels
yeah,
like.
the RIP, man, it's like the God thing, the God mode of HHN right there. I
sure.
mean, what do you expect? You had free food, free valet parking, your own private tour guide, the trolley as a VIP. I mean, what else do you want? And then you get your private photo, hopefully with Arctic Clown this year. So yeah, it's a win-win with that.
Oh, 100%. And you get
Yeah.
a bit of lanyard you get to keep, which is awesome.
Mhm.
And you
And unlimited waters too.
oh, I like
Yeah.
that. Unlimited
Yeah.
waters, because they usually cost what, $6?
It costs like $7, $6. Yeah,
God,
crazy.
that's insane.
Yeah,
That's
but yeah, I don't know. This year I might want to do it.
Sure.
Yeah, we'll see. I really do want to do the RIP in Orlando. I never done RIP in Orlando.
Wow.
I would love to do it over there because I mean, never experienced it out there. Just I only done Express, but we'll see.
That'd be
If
dope.
Tommy's down, I'm down.
That would be sick, bro. RIP tour over there. I've never done it. Yeah,
Dude, over there, I think it will go crazy.
that'd be crazy.
Oh, for
That's
sure.
guaranteed too. Get you all to do 10 or 12 houses,
Oh
right?
yeah,
Yeah, man.
it would cut Express and all that kind of crap. So yeah.
That'd be
Oh my
sick.
god. Yeah, no,
Mhm.
it definitely goes hard. So that's what I like doing. Now, for being someone that's a seasoned vet like myself, because I've been going since 2015,
Mhm.
what would you recommend to people, Christian, about maybe their first time going to HHN? What to expect, what to plan for, what to kind of just get mentally prepared for someone that likes, the Halloween, aspect and just the Halloween uh theming in general. What would you recommend first time, goers to this event? What would you recommend to them?
Just go with an open mindset. All I like to say is pretty much like the whole event is gonna be a busy event no matter what.
Sure.
Expect it to be busy and stuff like that. Highly recommend, man. Like if you can't afford like Express or anything like that, highly recommend doing the early access thing. That thing comes in like a long way too. I mean, even though you don't hit like everything, at least you'll be able to do your favorite houses.
Yeah. A hundred
Yeah.
percent.
Well said.
Yeah.
Well said. I like that. I like that a lot
Mhm.
because you just never know. We didn't bring up the food, the dining pass, but that helps too if you're
Oh
trying to,
yeah.
Mm.
trying to knock out some foods that are themed, more affordable too.
Mhm.
Did they have the dining pass available?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think it's like $64 if I'm not mistaken.
yeah.
Let me
Which still to me probably still trims off a good 15 or $20 if you would have bought 6 items by itself.
Yeah.
let me see if I
So
can.
Did you guys buy it for FanFest by any chance or no?
No.
so with FanFest, dude, it was so no, I didn't because there's so much things I was trying to do, and
Yeah.
I didn't know if that covered it because it doesn't cover everything.
Hmm.
So I had to pull the trigger another way and do it something else. But I would though, I would get it.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
So
at the end of the day, like if you're thinking about having a really nice meal, might as well just go all out. If you're only gonna go one time, spend the money. It already
sure.
comes with drinks too, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I'm
yeah, I
trying to
think so
pull up the
too.
website.
Yeah, so it's gonna even like it's gonna add up to the same amount at the end of the day.
No, 100%.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Or do you think? Um,
Or you could go to In and Out real quick, leave the park. you know,
yeah,
that's what
Panda
I do
Express is
sometimes.
on the
I leave
way
the
too.
park, come back, and then do
Mhm.
my thing.
Yeah,
Well,
we go to
see,
Slice House too. Right
Oh
there.
yeah, there you go. Slice House,
that
Chick-fil-A.
that is
Slice
100.
House will be open till I think 2 in the morning. Those
Yeah.
nights, maybe even 3. I mean, so I mean, I'm sure that may be the place to be after.
I mean, that's the reason they brought it, right?
Yeah. Now
100%.
we need Insomniac cookies to open, right?
Yeah, don't even get
That's
me.
gonna be next year.
I know, right?
Yeah.
How crazy. Well,
Jesus.
let me ask you guys this, with the food, because, a lot of people kind of choose to either eat in the park or not eat in the park. Again, I'm referring back to your opinions, Christian. For someone that's kind of unsure about theme park food, would you just recommend maybe getting some in City Walk, or like you said, something as simple like as a In and Out before going to the event?
Yeah, I mean, for me, like I'm not really a theme park guy, like with the food and stuff like
Sure.
that. So usually what I usually do when it's like opening day and stuff like that, I go to Vivo. Vivo's like the number one spot to hit.
Yeah.
And I mean that's the cleanest thing you could probably eat. That's closest to like theme park food and stuff like that. So,
Sure.
I go to Vivo a lot and then I'll probably just go to In and Out too beforehand.
There's
No,
some
that makes
choices right
that,
there.
that
Yeah.
makes sense. So,
Yeah.
out of your opinion, you know, with everything going on, do you think people, again, first time goers, do you think, being that the event opens at 7 p.m. for everybody,
Mhm.
but then if you have early entry, it opens at 5, would you recommend people that are maybe coming from Riverside or Orange County or maybe San Diego probably leave a couple hours before the event starts? Because once you hit into Los Angeles, like close to the 101, it becomes a
Yeah.
half show for the next 15 miles to get to
Oh
Universal.
yeah, that definitely, man. It's a must. Usually when I go like for opening day or even just on a regular basis, I try to be there at least like an hour and a half just to get the feel, the vibe of the people and stuff like that.
Sure.
But yeah, highly recommend it. You know, even if you have early entry, take a use of that too, because that's gonna be like one of the major factors. You know, through
Definitely.
the event too.
And you know what I found very interesting, Christian? You
Hmm.
probably already knew this, but I kind of found this out on my own. I never talked to you about it. Was on those days where you have early entry, like you bought early entry, and then you
Hmm.
have your admission ticket. If you have an annual pass, you could technically go into the park like an hour or two before the park closes for the event. And then once it gets close enough where they're just about to start letting in early entry, you can go to one of the multiple checkpoints they have in the park to get your wristband and already be in the park and not have to fight the crowds.
Yeah, that's usually what I do. If you're a season pass holder, get there early, get the wristband. You won't even have to wait in like before the entrance. You know, like stuff like
Sure.
that. That's usually that's one of the biggest secrets I probably do. Like give out to the people, but just like that's usually what I do. Like if you're a season pass holder, get your wristband and stuff like that, and just chill in the park until the event starts. Like
Yeah.
that, you could also get a head start. But then again, they also do check for like early express and stuff like that, the early access thing too. So
Sure.
yeah, but yeah, it's also a smart idea, you know.
Yeah. That's what I'm kind of thinking too. Now, the
Hmm.
last thing I want to talk to you both about, because Universal has done this in the past, but they've made mistakes, and I'm not going to say they haven't, but they've also tried to correct it as well. Is
Hmm.
dropping too much merch too early. Like, I mean,
Ooh.
the exclusive merch that flies off the shelves. Do you think
Hmm.
Universal is gonna make that mistake this year, or do you think they're gonna kinda be a little more wiser on when they bring a lot of the HHN merch out, or do you think they just don't care and they just put the merch out and see what happens?
I think for sure, I think it's the latter, what you just said. And plus, they want the merch with the IP. So whatever
Hmm.
they drop next, they want it to go on that little carousel thing and they want to pump that merch out. But I know what you mean, even not pretending to last year with HHN, but like this year, like you don't know what's gonna hit. Sailor Moon flew off the shelf.
Oh
One
yeah.
Yeah,
piece, one piece stuff, sort of, right?
yeah,
I'll say what sat was the actual Fan Fest merch that said Fan Fest. That's
yeah,
okay because it's not equivalent to HHN yet. HHN shirts, they do fly off the shelf, and the one that you always wait for, conductor, the one with all of the houses on it or the tour names, like it's like a list, right? I mean,
yeah,
that's what everybody likes. It's like a two-sided one. Maybe it's like a little patch right here,
yeah,
logo in the corner. This is what we want. We want multiple like merch drops too. You know what I mean? And then to me, like that's the heat. I just am still curious as which IP they're not putting out. And it kind of dawned on me when we were talking and we are looking more at stuff. It may be the Quinceañera, right? It's a Quinceañera playoff if they do this for the Latino thing. So they probably won't have a signature character to put on the carousel merry-go-round for that because
sure,
with looking back at what we have from last year, it's five. You know what I mean? It's
yeah,
Art, Jason, Freddy, the ghoul from Fallout, and then Bray Wyatt. So we may just be getting, but so this is kind of cool. We only have five here. We may get seven on there. So I mean, they're really pumping and trying to make sure that they're showing you what we have this year. You know what I mean?
Definitely. So
You know what's so, you know what's so crazy? I was just thinking about that Wyatt Six House the other day. I was like, yo, they went hard.
Dude, that's my favorite house of last year, like that and Terrifier FNAF. So, I mean, it's hard to beat. That thing was fire. I walked through that the most, I think, to be honest.
Dude, like after 11 p.m., that house was like no wait whatsoever. I was like,
and I didn't know
I think it was
why.
actually one of the scariest ones too. I was like, yo,
Right. And actually, I'll take that back. I know why. I mean, Jason, Terrifier, and Five Nights and Fallout were hogging up all the people. So I get it. But I really thought WWE was going to do it. So I feel like this year, Sinners may bring a new form of clientele like WWE was trying to. Because we're going to get that fourth time, man, this live. The 80s is going to be for Ozzy and, Hellraiser. And then the newer gore people that just freak out over all the blood, Terrifier, you know what I mean, for the Terror Trams back. So, and then, so like, I feel like, and then the HHN diehards will come for the majority of the other houses, like the one original. Wow, only one original this year, huh? That's crazy for Hollywood. I don't know. I mean, it's tough, man. I can't wait to see what fans do the most. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Oh yeah.
Well, is there anything else you guys want to bring up?
Let's see.
Just know that we're going to do this again when more houses drop.
Yeah,
that's my opinion. Yeah.
Yeah, just I know this year's gonna be for sure it's gonna be a good year too, don't expect it to be like super super crazy, but like last year, but this year is gonna be an all right season,
Oh, for sure. Well,
yeah.
I want to thank you, gentlemen, for being on this wonderful live stream and many more to come. And I want to thank our special guest, Christian, for taking some time out of his busy schedule to be with us. Like Tommy mentioned, more live streams on HHN are on the way. And Christian, you are always invited because you actually give a wonderful experience to Universal that I've never seen before from anybody that is in our content space. Like you're constantly at Universal, you're constantly posting the updates, and I love that because I kind of use you as a source to kind of find out information happening because I live about 2 hours away from Universal, so it's kind of hard for me to be there constantly. So I commend you for all the hard work you do. And I encourage everybody in the chat watching this on YouTube or X to please go check out Christian's social media accounts on Instagram, X, everywhere. But I'm going to let him tell you where you can find him on social media. Christian,
Yeah, you guys can find me on Instagram, X, YouTube, and TikTok. It's Christian everywhere, and X is Christian in the Parks. I haven't changed my name there. It's just so kind of complicated on X. I don't know why. Yeah, man, I really want to thank Theme Park Conductor for having me, and obviously Tommy Toon and stuff. Like, you guys have an awesome channel too, and let's see what's up. What's the next thing for it to come for it? Halloween Horror Nights.
No, 100%, Christian. I can't wait. So again, you're always welcome to come on my channel to talk HHN because again, more houses are going to drop. Can't wait to have you back on. Logistically, we'll figure it out because I know you're a busy guy. I'm a busy guy, but we will figure it out because you're awesome. A lot of people love your content that you post on social media about the updates. So definitely keep up the amazing work. And the one and only Mr. Tommy Toon World, again with his world famous Steven Spielberg food reviews. Please go show him some love on his social media platforms. But I'm going to let Tommy take it away and tell you guys all about it.
Yeah, man, I appreciate you, bro. You really hype me up, man. I hype you up too, though. But man, I love coming on Conductor Live Sundays, Mondays, any day. We'll lock in more. I'm going to be doing more live streams. Just got to figure out what type, especially on my channel, maybe more about food. So just be ready for that. But yeah, these HHN updates are going to keep coming, man. I mean, it's HHN season. It's Halloween time. So we got to lock in with this. But yeah, you can find me on YouTube, man. I'm trying to pump out more quality content coming out soon. More Disney, more Universal, more Vegas. So that's at TommyToon_world. Then you can find me on TikTok and IG at TommyToon_ for that day-to-day.
No, always great to have Tommy Toon World and Christian. But everybody, I'm going to see you guys very, very soon. We have a lot of amazing content coming up for the channel. I'm going to actually be at Universal, I think a week or two from now for the After Dark. After Dark event for the AP members, which is June the 3rd. So I will be at Universal. So if you see me, it's not hard to see me either. I stick out like a sore thumb in the crowd. I do.
What's up, man? How's it going, bro?
I'm like the Jolly Green Giant roaming around there. But if you see me, say hello. If you see these guys in the park at any point, at any time throughout the year, please go up and say hello. They love to talk to you. They would love to meet you. I can't speak highly enough of these gentlemen. And I want to give a big shout out to our moderator tonight, which is Mr. Orange Go 55, which gave a $5 super chat. Another moderator, we had Kiki and Luca for 5 months of membership for Conductor Ultimate Fan. And then we have George's wife, wonderful wife, Abigail, with the $9.99 super chat from Disneyland, as they're, I'm sure, having a blast on Memorial Day. And happy Memorial Day to everybody. But I will see you guys very, very soon. Have a wonderful night, everybody. Stay safe, stay cool, or stay warm wherever you might be.